Right then, good evening, guys. It is evening, kind of. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There might be afternoon, so good afternoon, everybody. You may be new to the channel because I normally just put breaks up on YouTube and obviously breaking our Facebook Swift Breaks group. I'm really sorry if my brain is fried a little bit. I've been on a training course all day, and it was fairly heavy going, if I'm honest. Obviously, work related. It's my full-time job. So, yeah, it was a good course though. It was on yesterday and today, and we're here now. And I'm quite happy that I was on a course because otherwise, this delivery might not have been received. And that feels. It says it's 2 kilos, but that feels a lot heavier than 2 kilos. I will be honest. But we might get some people dropping in watching us live, we might not. But if you are watching it on replay, obviously do make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. With things changing a lot with the way that we want to do things, and obviously personal circumstances and stuff like that, we're probably wanting to do a bit more content. You might get to see my face a little bit more regularly. You'll hear me maybe. I don't know. You might see me. I don't know, talking about PC stuff and not just breaks. And we are trying to sort of obviously branch out and sort of, I don't know, like we'd like to get noticed by like Tops and the other manufacturers and stuff like that as a bit of a, I don't know. I don't want to say an authority or anything like that because that sounds really lame, but so something to. Oh, bloody hell, I don't want to do that. Yeah, something that we where we speak to people in the community, get people's views, share our views. We've been collectors for over 20 years. You'll see in this delivery that we've got in front of us. Why did I click that button? See, I'm really annoyed now because I've turned on my desktop and now I've instigated an upgrade. So sorry for wittering, but I'll be here for you'll probably have me for probably 15-20 minutes going through these. But I'll explain what we've got in here. We have got some older cards. I will be honest, they haven't fared that well with being graded, so we are still learning from that. We have got some older cards that did do better than expected, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. We've also got some ultra brand new modern cards that we packed out of boxes that we opened ourselves in here. Again, some that did okay, some that did absolutely freaking terrible, so it's going to be interesting looking over those cards. What else have we got? We've got some other stuff that was that we got from breaks from various people. Ourselves. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We've got some PC cards in here that we knew wouldn't grade that well because of the types of cards that they are, but they're mainly because me and my wife collect this type of cards, and yeah, we just wanted to keep them, but I'll explain that as well. So there you go. We've got Neil Scott. So how you doing? Yes, Neil. So not at the moment. I can't. Literally, I need to. I'm going to get. I need to get a better second camera. If any of you guys have ever obviously broke with us for quite a while, you'll know my webcam is pretty crap. So I don't want to get that up and then be all blurry and out of focus and all that kind of stuff. So all right, let's just get on to. I just need to share this into the breaks group. I should have done this before, really, but once you're live kind of thing. So there we go. But yeah, I'm just doing that. It's also to let a few more people obviously drop in and stuff like that. So with it being a PSA thing, it's not something that we do that regularly. We might have people watching on Facebook as well. And it'll be interesting to see if you guys enjoy this. Obviously, I know I do every time I do. Obviously, breaks with you guys in the Facebook group. Obviously, I do Witter on at the start just to again let people drop in and let people know what we are up to. But I know the one thing that I will say is about grading cards is it is still it's a real hot potato, I think. As I say, the first ever box of sports trading cards I think I opened was around about 1998, 1999, around about that time. And back then, like sports cards in the UK was like non-existent. There was very, very few people who actually who collected them. Obviously, Pokemon had just came out in Japan around 98, I think, 96, 97, 98. Pokemon was sort of starting to come out. And cards in general, it was all stickers. And then I think there were quite a lot of non-sports cards. And there's non-sport. It's mostly non-sports. Is it mostly non-sports? There's a lot of non-sports stuff in here. But like a bit of Pokemon, and then there's some like ultra modern sports cards, and then some older sports cards from all kinds of sports. It just gives you an insight to what collecting brain is between me and obviously John, and everything. But yeah, it's changed a lot, and I mean, mine and John's collection, as I say, bearing in mind we started picking up cards like 20 odd years ago. There was no such thing as grading. Do you know what I mean? So we kind of like just I don't know. We just opened boxes because boxes were cheap all that time ago. You could buy I don't know, like a Series 1 Topps box of cards might be $50-$60 if that. Not, and it's almost like 3 times the price now. But here you go, guys. We will give a quick shout out to these guys. This is who we used. Yes, so we use the Grading Club. Aaron owns it. We've known Aaron for a long, long time. Well, probably about 3 or 4 years, where we've been grading stuff with them. They do all sorts. They do PSA, SGC, CGC, and Beckett. And then they are pretty responsive, bearing in mind how busy they are. As I say, it did take so like they exactly. Like, I mean, Beckett, when we were like around about, if as I say, if you've sort of like traveled through time, you'll know that 20 years ago, like the authority for grading cards was Beckett. Obviously PSA was around, but they were very much like more in America, especially. Like, I mean, like their labels haven't really changed that much, and I didn't pretty much like their labels. I've always found them quite basic, but nowadays obviously that's who you get stuff graded with. So it's sort of it's really tricky. But yeah, and also like going back when they weren't like the case hits like they were now. So you kind of like you'd like to say you'd use like Beckett for like those like autograph jersey RPA type stuff. I don't even know how much it cost, because like, it was just something that we just didn't do back then, because there was nowhere in the UK you could send stuff to be graded, that all that time ago. So our collection that we started back then up until now, we're only starting to send cards off to be graded now, and it's not. And most of the time, as I say, it's fairly even split. Some of the ones we're sending to be sold, some of the ones we're sending to be kept, like just because it's like sentimental value, But it's really hard to know what to send. Oh, dude, the highlight of our holiday, especially like if we used to go to Florida, was finding the Beckett magazines. And do you remember? Did you ever have Tough Stuff as well? We used to get Non-Sport Update as well. Like that was another good magazine. They've only recently stopped publishing Non-Sport Update actually, but yeah, it's one of those. But Tough Stuff's been gone for a while. But yeah, we used to go to Orlando Sports Cards. We'd always badger my dad to try and go there like as soon as we possibly could do. But like obviously we had like theme parks and stuff to do, and then we'd go in and you'd grab like all the latest Beckett magazines. You'd buy all like the periodicals like for the different sports, basketball, football, whatever. And then back then back when we first started, I hadn't got a job, so it was one of those like where we'd have like holiday spending money and we'd literally just blow it all on. Me and my brother would put our pot together, you know, whatever, it's probably about 500-600 quid back then, and we'd just spend it all on all on sealed boxes. If we were lucky, my dad would buy some more for us as well. And like if we badgered him enough, we might go back again and be like, you know, oh, I wish we would have got such and such a box, and then we'd go back and get the box later on in the holiday. But Orlando Sports Cards is still there. We went there last year. Bought a couple of boxes here and there as well. I don't think I opened most of the boxes I bought from there, funnily enough, because I bought them and then I bought stuff to open with Johners. Like I think we bought like Bowman U basketball and stuff like that, and then we were going to open them, and then we never opened them when we were on holiday, and then we brought them home, and I think I gave them to him for his birthday, I think, or I might have sold them. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, yes. So it's all one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, we were definitely a minority back then, and I mean we're still quite niche. I mean, I went to that North Yorkshire card show at the NEC the other week. You know, felt a bit weird, to be fair, as I say. Obviously, with recently losing my dad and stuff, because he would normally come along probably just to have a look to see what was there. But I went with obviously my little boy, who's nearly 4 now, so he's sort of like starting to understand cards and collectibles and stuff like that. He's mad on Lego minifigures at the moment, though, especially like Clone Troopers, Star Wars Clone Troopers and Stormtroopers. But we went, me, my little boy, my wife, and everything, and I had such a good time. It was really, really good. So I've been asked if I'd like to go, not to sell, but to go to the Milton Keynes social. So I need to try and see. I think I should be able to go, but I'll probably just go down on my own. Yeah, one of our breaker friends is going to be there, and he's sort of offered to take some of our cards and excess stock and stuff like that to sort of sell on our behalf, to bulk up his sort of like table and stuff like that. So I might pop along myself, like in a collector's capacity, just to show support and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, lots of stuff. But I did really enjoy that show. But yeah, this is who we use, the Grading Club. As I say, there are other alternatives. Sub-Center, a lot of people are using. Third, what is it? Not Third Down. Is it Third Down? Yes, Third Down. Is it Third Down? Collectibles, I think they might have started doing some submissions. I know they'll clean your cards for you and they sell the card cleaning sets and stuff like that. But there's them. I think there's a couple of others that do submissions as well. But yeah, it's you can do it yourself as well if you want to. I know some people just do it themselves and send stuff off to PSA or wherever, you know, have your own membership or whatever. But yeah, anyway, thanks to Aaron for that. As I say, it was nice to see him at the Yorkshire Card Show. Now, obviously, these cards, we've got 47 slabs there, all a mix of grades. I think the lowest grade I got is maybe a 5, and you'll be surprised to see what we got on some of the crappy grades on. I was quite shocked, but I think out of the 47 cards, from memory, I think we got, I want to say it was either 8 or 9 PSA 10s. So that's not a great gem rate. That is not a great gem rate. I'm not that upset about it. And you'll see why in a moment. And I don't know where to start really. So let's start showing you the cards anyway. So here we go. So start off with a non-sport. So this is a Michelle Rodriguez autograph. Before she did, obviously, well, what was he? Well, Fast and Furious and other bits and bobs. But yeah, we got sent this off. This was pack pulled by us again. So 16 years ago, because we would have had this brand new, and we got an 8. And these are so hard to grade. These cards. I mean, like the signature's pretty clean, but I mean, I still don't really know how they've graded that an 8 and not a 9. So I don't see any. There's some minor scratches on the back, but there's a little bit of whitening maybe on that corner. But yeah. But anyway, it's a cool card. As I say, an 8 on that one. I think I'll probably. I'm on the fence whether I want to sell or keep that one, because that's one of those cards that I don't know. Like, I'm a bit of a fan of Etty from that's her name, isn't it, in Fast and Furious. This was another one. This one wasn't as good quality, and this is another one, decent one. This is Kirsten Bell. So this was from Heroes Archives. Again, another Rittenhouse product. If you guys don't know about Rittenhouse, there you go, Rittenhouse Sci-Fi Hobby. They still make cards. Haven't got as many. They've got like the Game of Thrones license. The Game of Thrones sets are excellent, very, very good. And they've got Star Trek still. So there's a big Star Trek set coming out quite soon. It's got Leonard Nimoy autographs in there as well. But yeah, it's not a bad one. This one I had the feeling. I think there was like, yeah, you can see there's a bit of whitening around the edges. Not quite as cleanly cut. So I wasn't that upset with that one. But again, that's another one where I might keep that. Was she the voice? Is she the voice of Elsa or something like that? Is it something like that? Is she in Frozen? Because that would be one to keep. I mean, these cards don't owe me anything. I mean, literally, they were in a binder. I think we actually opened these at Comic Con, these boxes, from memory. I think around about the time, because about 2010, I feel like we opened those when we were there. On there, yeah, we've got some. That's jogged my memory. Actually, we've got some House of the Dragon autos in here. I can't remember how well I got on with that. So, oh, here we go. Oh my days! Oh crap! Oh no! Oh man! So I'm gonna have to. I'm glad I've got this on camera. This slab is cracked to shit. So I'm a bit worried about the rest of them now. That's so bad. I can't believe that's got through. Can you see how badly cracked that is? Fuck. That's a good one as well. Look, see, Kit Harington, Jon Snow. That's again pack pulled. Me, as I say, basically you'll see the theme here. This is me and my wife. We collect Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings stuff, because that was like Lord of the Rings. We went to New Zealand for our honeymoon. We both liked that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to gonna have to contact Aaron about that, because that needs to go back and get sorted, or I need to be recompensed if there's damage to the card. But that's crazy. The whole of that side of the card slab is gone. Fucking hell. And that is a bloody good card as well. Oh, that's really, really upsetting, that is. So that was one of the ones that we were going to keep. That was a PC card. So it doesn't necessarily matter that it's graded or not. But what the hell's happened to it to get that on there? Oh God, no, that's worried me now, because this box does not look bad, like in a state at all, does it? There's no, well, there's that there. There's a little bit there, but on the end. But that they must have seen that when that's been put in that box. Fuck's sake! I've got Aaron's personal number. Right, I'm going to get these out. Excuse my French. Right, they all look okay. I'll just stack them up over here. God, that was a really horrible surprise. That was. That has been put in that box, damaged like that, and they've not told me. So that's not a good advertisement for them. So they're going to. I'll have to show Aaron that, because he won't be happy about that. That's mad. Look, literally all of these, you can see no damage on any of those. So that card, that Jon Snow card, has been put into that box damaged. Oh, that's annoying. You can see even in there. I mean, the rest of that slab. Oh, there it is. There it is. So the damaged part of that slab was in there. But how the hell has that happened? Because there's no damage to the car. It was around about here, wasn't it? I mean, there's a little bit of a dent there. So maybe that's what's done it. But oh well. See you in another 6 months if I'm lucky, Mr. Kit Harrington. Okay, then here we go. So next one. Now this one's an interesting one, because this is a card that it's 2005, so it's 21 years old, and this was sent off as a bit of a test. And I will be honest, it is a very interesting test because of the grade that it got. Because it's, so here you go. It's a Jason Kidd Sensational Signatures. It's not a massively expensive card. But again, we're doing this as an experiment to see what we might get on some of the other cards of a similar age. But so you can see it's numbered out at 25. So if it would have got a high grade, it would have been worthwhile. But it might well be that I just have to do a Jon Snow and crack this slab open to get it out. But yeah, there's a little bit of like damage up there. I say damage, a little bit of whiting on there, which I don't remember when I sent it out. But it's an old card, like I say, 2005 Jason Kidd. Got 6, which is crap really. So more than likely I'll crack that. I'll have to crack that out. But I can't see why it's got a 6 really. You know, because I always look for sharp corners. There's just a little. I don't remember there being a little thingy on there. But hey ho. I don't tend to like clean the cards either or wipe them down, which is probably something that I should start doing. But here we go. This one's a cool one. So this one is from a set, a basketball set, full court. It was a co-signer's autograph of Bill Walton and John Wooden. He's an old basketball coach. I think, I don't know, but I think both of these have passed away. It's a 2006 set, and it got a 6. It's quite a thick card, so I didn't expect it to get very high. But like you say, the old cards are not doing particularly well for us, and I don't know why. And I don't know if that's just because I need to give them a dust over. But this has got a tiny little scratch. Probably need to just check stuff out a little bit more. But this one isn't numbered, I don't think. But it was more, again, obviously a Bill Walton autograph and John Wooden. But this one might be one that I have to crack out as well. But I didn't expect it to get a 10. But I figured it was worth just getting it graded anyway. an 8 or a 9 would probably preserve its value, whereas a 6 doesn't do it any favours. This one's annoying. So this is a 1 of 1, and they've wrongly labelled it as off-centre. So this is a Topps Turkey Red 2006 Luke Walton. So I think it's his rookie. Wooden back, 1 of 1. And this has been graded a 9, but OC off centre, which is basically because of this here being thinner than at the top. But it's absolute BS. So as I've got to send the Kit Harington back, I'm going to probably send this one back to have the OC removed, because all of the examples that you see of these cards from this set that have got like either the wood border, or there's some of the ones that have got other type of borders, they all are like this, with a thicker border at the top and a smaller border at the bottom. So yeah, it's wrongly OC, and that obviously then does affect its grade. But like I say, it is a 1 of 1. We haven't pulled many 1 of 1s over the years. I've pulled more Star Wars 1 of 1s than I have sports 1 of 1s. But yeah, still, I think I'm going to add that to the John. I wasn't that bothered, but now that I've got to send another card back for damage, I'm going to send that back. Now this one is one of the first ones that is really, really interesting. So these were it's a Pokemon card, but not the Pokemon card that you're thinking of. Now, a lot of people are talking about these now, and they weren't when I sent this off. But this is a Bellsprout Techno, which is this pattern here, and these were found in a random box of cards that were at my mum and dad's, basically. And yeah, so this is a Techno Bellsprout. Now, again, this is a 26-year-old card, 2000 Pokemon Topps Chrome TV edition, and we got a 9, so I think that's pretty deep. That's not bad. On the Techno, the only one that's rarer than a Techno is I think a Sparkle. I've never seen a Sparkle, but we had a couple of boxes of these at the time, and I do not know where, because literally, well, I can show you. So this was the box that we found these Pokemon cards in. This box here, literally in my mum and dad's house, and we've still got a few base in here, but I chose not to send off the base, just because I thought that the chances of us getting anything decent would be quite low. But yeah, but they were just like this in this box, and they've been there for ages. So yeah, so they were literally in a box like that. So I don't know how many more boxes like this are at my mum and dad's. I don't think there's that many, not now. But yeah, but these were the base, and they were the I sent off the parallels, but yeah, a few vintage energy cards, some Japanese Pokemon. And then I can't remember what these were, but like some kind of code cards for the WWE. They'd be my brothers. Well, I'm a bit Stone Cold for you, but yeah. So I'm pretty sure we opened more boxes than would justify those few base, and then the I think four insert cards that I did send off to be graded. So, and this is the next one. So this one is a Spectra. And the Spectra is a bit more like, I think it's a bit more common, and it's a Rapidash. And rather than having that kind of like sort of square pattern, it's more like a refractor, but they call it a Spectra. And we got a 7 on that one. So like I say, well, it's got a bit of a gnarled top corner, actually, looking at it there. I say gnarled. But yeah, I just thought I'd send them off just because they're quite, there you go, Spectra Chrome. Yeah, Techno Chrome. Oh, I didn't know. I've only just noticed that on the back as well. And then we've got another Spectra, and it is another Rapidash as well. and it's this one we got a 9. So out the same box that's been sat there for 26 years, and we got a 9 and a 7. So definitely card specific. And again, it might have been something as simple as that I needed to wipe that card down. But yeah, my eye for grading definitely is not fantastic. And then I think this is the last one. And again, it's a bell sprout this time, and this time it's a Spectra, not the Techno. And we got a 9 on that one as well. So of the 4 that we sent off, yeah, we got the 7 on the Rapidash Spectra, a 9 on the bell sprout Techno, and then a 9 on the Rapidash Spectra as well. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, this is what I say. This is my experiment, you see, because we've got cards that we need to send off, but I'm still trying to figure out what to look for in terms of grading. So this is again, this was another Pokemon. This is a holo that was also found in this almighty box. So and this is from Japanese gym challenge or heroes. I don't know. It's gym set 2, and it's Giovanni's Nidoking, and it is a holo, but it looked pretty cool. Looked pretty clean, to be honest. And Japanese cards, I have noticed, do grade slightly better. A little bit of whitening that's probably like taken away from it, but other than that, not too bad. And we got an 8 on that. So that's just one that I've graded. We'll probably just end up selling that one. And again, from that very same box. This is just a base. I don't know why I sent this in actually, but this one, I've got it mixed up. But that's a Koga's Arbok, and that's just an 8. So that's probably going to be quite a low value one because it's not the holo. But probably shouldn't have sent that one in. But hey ho. So a modern Pokemon card coming up, and this is from is it Prismatic Evolution? So very new, but this one looked very, very clean to me. And I do, as I say, Pokemon, I think it's to do with this texture. But considering this was straight out of a pack and straight into a top loader, I thought the centering looked okay. Condition looked okay, and this came back an 8. So I'm still figuring it out with these special illustration rares with this texture. I literally do not know, and I don't know, as I say, if it's just that I just need to give it a bit more of a wipe down and it's knocking me on surface. But this literally went straight into a top loader, into a soft sleeve. So I just don't really know. So unless there's some kind of surface imperfection that I can't see, but centering, I don't think that's bad, is it? Maybe a little bit left to right. Maybe a little bit top heavy. I don't know. But yeah, it got an 8, so I'm surprised about that. But again, that won't be a very expensive card. We've got our first 10 here, and these cards I've heard do tend to get 10s quite consistently. And for me, this card has got slightly rounded corners at the top. Looking at it, but it is again part of the Lord of the Rings. So it's a Kakao Warner Brothers anniversary set, and as I say, I told you, it is a Gem Mint 10. It is numbered 54145, and again, it was graded, this one, purely as a bit of an experiment because I've got a few more of these Kakao cards, and I think most of them did get 10s. So it was more of an experiment from that point of view. But it's Lord of the Rings as well. So with it being a numbered Lord of the Rings, it's a PC card anyway. So it's not something I'm going to worry about too much. So this is 2024 Topps Chrome Disney Nemo Pixar Gold Refractor. And again, I can't see surface imperfections. So we've got an 8 on this one. I literally cannot see anything wrong with this card at all. But I don't know. Maybe I'm... see, so actually now I'm looking at it, and I see there are little streaks on the back of the card from a roller or something, but I didn't think that they'd do too much with that. But 48 to 79, and yeah, so that's another one that I'll probably sell at a. It was out of a break, so it doesn't owe me anything. Then we've got another one, which was a King Candy. This was 55 or 75, and that got a 9. So again, these are all, well, these were from a break on Whatnot. Can't remember who from. But again, I can't see much wrong with them. And but yeah, Nemo I kept because it's one of my son's favourite ones. This one was quite a big card. I'll say big card. It's numbered out of 28, and it is Buzz Lightyear, and it's the red and black Mickey refractor. Oh, sorry guys, I just dropped out. So this is numbered out at 28, and I was praying for a 10 on this one because it would have been pretty big. As it is in an 8, it's probably around about what it is raw, so it might be one of those where I might even have to crack it out. But again, you try and tell me where the problem is with this card, because I can't see it unless it's got those roller marks. It has got a few. I mean, you can see where there's the indentation where the numbering is, but I didn't think they'd hold me back for that. Corners look fine. So an 8, disappointing with an 8 on that one. But red and black refractor, the Mickey design. So yeah. So let's see. Just a sec, guys. I've just got to text the wife back. Sorry if I dropped out again there. And here we go, guys. We are back, and so this one is quite a cool card. So 9 of 15. It is a purple Iron Man from 2024 Marvel Sapphire. So and this one did get the 10. So I haven't kept an eye on the prices of this, but when as always when the set first came out, they were quite high. But that's not a bad card. Well, it isn't a bad card, obviously, but I can't remember if 2024 was the first time they released Marvel. I have a feeling it was. So I think that was from the first Marvel Sapphire set that they did. But yeah, if it was Spider-Man, I'd really have a hard time letting it go. But as it's Iron Man, I think I'll be all right to sell that. So this one, yep, is yeah. I thought I'd got one of these. So again, we're going back to the Pokemon 2000, and this is a Spectra Geodude. Again, came from this same box of cards from whenever me and my brother opened it 26 years ago, and it's a Spectra, and this one did get the 10. So this card itself will probably cover this card and the grading fees of the ones that didn't quite get as high, and those 9s will still do quite well, I would imagine. But I don't. If this was a Charizard or a Pikachu, which are the two main characters that I collect, for Pokemon, I'd have a hard game getting rid of them. But with it being Geodude, no problems with Geodude. But yeah, that one will probably be off to find a new home. Okay, next up, we're getting on a bit of a roll now. So again, bang up to date, and this again was a pack pulled card by myself, and this was 2021 Star Wars Galaxy. Star Wars Galaxy is my favourite, probably Star Wars set. Usually open at least one box every year, although they're stupidly expensive now. Prism Refractor, and we got the 10 on that. And yeah, numbered out 75. So that one's half decent. This one again from the same set, 2021 Star Wars Galaxy, and it's the Empire Strikes Back, but in the Spanish movie poster, green refractor. This one got a 9, so not too bad on that one. That's 12 out of 99. So it won't add anything to it, but I just like the artwork and stuff like that. So I don't think I'll keep it, but it was. I figured it was worthwhile sending off. And then this one's a cool one, Mojo Refractor of Ray the Scavenger, again from 2021 Star Wars Galaxy, and this one is numbered out of 50, Mojo Refractor, and we got the 10 on that one. So again, so not a bad. The Ultra Modern, I think we can see that we're definitely doing a little bit better, but we're still going. This one was a bit of a mistake, a bit disappointing. But as I say, the Rittenhouse stuff can be hard to sort of, guess really. But obviously, of the Rittenhouse stuff that we've sent off so far, we didn't get any anywhere with them. We didn't get any 10s, I don't think. So sorry, I'm just sorting my my dinner out with with my wife. But yeah, you can see Matt Smith and Millie Alcock, and we got an 8 on that one. So this one is probably one that's going to stay in the PC, just because my wife is a fan of Matt Smith, and obviously I think favourite Doctor Who as well. And yeah, obviously it is a cool card. They did, I think, do a Matt Smith and I can't remember the name of the actress, but like the one who still portrays her as an older, as Rhaenyra as an adult. But yeah, it's not necessarily so much about the grade, as I say, but 8 is a bit gutting. And this is perfectly to typify this now. This is such a cool card, and I love it, and I wish it would have got graded higher, but these cards were battered, and they were battered out of. They didn't come out of the packet. They were redemptions, and it is a sick card, really is. So it's Viggo Mortensen and Orlando Bloom, and you can see there's only 18 of these in the whole world, and they were from the Cryptozoic CZX Middle Earth, and these were as I say, redemptions from that set. Now, just to show you the card. Now, this card was battered before I sent it out, but like you can probably see, I don't know if you can see, but the corners weren't great. You can see that corner. It's not good, and they were super thick as well. Considering they're only autograph cards, and you can see like the edging down there is a lot to be left desired, but I'm not that bothered. But I think I waited almost a year for these to come in as well, because they was from 2022, and we got 6, but I kind of expected that. So it's one of those, but that will not leave the PC. Me and my wife are working on a basically getting autographs of the whole of the Fellowship. So we've got Vigo, we've got Orlando, we've got to get Merry and Pippin and Frodo. We've got Bilbo, although he's technically not the Fellowship, but you know. And then we want to get. We've obviously got Gandalf and Gimli to get. So Ian McKellen and John Rhys Davies as well. So we're still working on those. We've got Sam. We have got Sam. And just to show you that there is consistency with this, we did get one of these, which is again slightly less rare, a bit more common. 50 of 76. Orlando Bloom as Legolas. And we got another 6. So I think that's fair, as I say. And I probably didn't expect it to get as low as a 6. I'll be honest, maybe a 7 or an 8. But it just goes to show that if you do have this edge wear or this whitening, and I've seen it on Pokemon cards as well, that it really does knock the grade quite a lot. But yeah, and obviously there's probably a few surface scratches and stuff, because these were obviously all in person on card autos, and they were probably flown around the world to get them to be signed. But still, pretty cool. Would have liked a little bit higher on this one. This is again another Pokemon. Like you say, it's such a mixed bag. This is Latios from, oh my days, I cannot remember the name of the set. Can't remember the set. But from 2024 Pokemon, oh man, what was it? It's obviously saying SSP, which is what it should be. Is it telling me? Yeah, SSP, can't remember. But anyway, it got a 9, this one did. So another illustration rare. This one was quite, when I sent it off, and when I first pulled it, I think it went up in value a little bit. So I thought I'd send it off, but it's still a cool card. But yeah, that'll find a new home and probably not do me much damage in a 9. This one I was gutted about, and I thought this had got a 10, in fairness, on the report that I'd got. But this is actually, I think, a SSP from the Topps 50/50 set. But yeah, it was a Shohei Ohtani Topps 50/50 when he, I forget what was it, 50 strikeouts and 50 home runs or something like that in that season. We got a 9. For some reason I thought that this was a 10, but I'm happy with a 9 because the SSPs on this were worth getting graded in a 9 anyway. But not a very fancy card, and it's not numbered either. But it's a card 110, and I think anything that was like high numbered above 100 was an SSP, and obviously the code's different on there. So I'll leave that out because I need to check on that, because I thought my email said I'd got a 10 on that. This one is an absolute wounder. I do not know why this did not look to me the grade that I got for this. I literally do not understand the grade on this card. I'll show you though. So it's a Spencer Steer rookie, red, obviously on card, from 2024 Topps update, and he got 6. Numbered out 25, so I figured it was worthwhile sending off. But yeah, I was surprised on this one. But yeah, 6, and I do not know for the life of me why it got 6. The corners might be a bit funny, but yeah, that one is absolutely brutal. Again, there's obviously a black border on the back, but I mean, a 6, really? Maybe that corner's not that great. I don't know. It looked good to me. And then again, as I say, that was pulled straight out of a pack into the what's it? Let's have a look. This next one, I don't really know why I sent this one off. So this was Prismatic Evolutions again. And I think it was just because it was an Umbreon. And got an 8. So Still learning. I think on some of these, but yeah, the grader was having a bad day. But again, this one I can't see any whitening on the back of the card. It's brand new again, straight out the pack and stuff. Maybe centering isn't that great, a little bit heavy on the right, but yeah. And as I say, I think it needed to be a 10 for it to get a bump. So an 8 is not ideal. Okay, so we're back to Topps Chrome Marvel. So this time it's a gold refractor, and I always tend to look to grade gold. So 2024 Topps Chrome Marvel Ultron. It's like 40 out of 50. We got a 10, so probably a little bit of a bump on that. With it being gold, it should be popular as well. But yeah, these Topps Chrome Marvels definitely seem to grade well, like decent gem rate. Maybe that's the thing with the grader. Maybe he was just like a Marvel fan or something, and he just was like, yeah, any Marvel coming through today just going to get 10s. Who knows? Anyway, and then going back to 2024 Chrome Disney, got Tramp on an orange refractor, so 11 of 25. And we got a 9 on that, so again, probably not too much damage being done on that. Obviously, classic Disney character. Oh, good old Tramp. And again, another gold. This time we got gold Yoda from Star Wars Chrome 2024, 27 out of 50. And this one got a 9, so not too bad. The next one I'm actually a little bit gutted about. I've forgotten about this one. This was annoying. And again, looking at it again on the second time of looking at it, I can't really understand why it got what it got. Anyway, this was a Han Solo, and it's the Dathomir Red refractor. So 1 of 5. I'm a big Han Solo fan. It's also the Arabesh wording as well. So it's like in itself, the Arabesh was like a parallel of the base, and then they also did obviously the same sort of numbered paralleling on it as well. But yeah, Arabesh writing on that, 1 out of 5. So first off the serial number machine, and I got an 8, which again just seems so wounding, and I just couldn't see it. I just can't see it myself. Definitely grader having a bad day. But they say that they've been saying, haven't they, that these graders are only, it looks like there's a little dimple maybe down here. Maybe. Don't know if that's the card or whatever. But again, maybe it's just costing me a grade on a couple of these, because I'm not giving them the wipe down with the microfiber. But yeah, I'm always loath to do that in case I put more surface scratches on it than I need to. But yeah, that one, because it's an 8 and I collect Han Solo, I think if I would have got a 10, I probably would have sold it because it'd be a good return. But with it being an 8, that might just stay in on the old PC. Then we got again Topps 2024 Marvel, and we got Nebula this time, so another gold refractor out of 50, 21 of 50, and that one got a 9. So again, probably not too bad on that. This one's a weird one, and I've graded this. This is a Princess Bubblegum green refractor from the Warner Brothers anniversary, and the reason why I graded it was relatively low serial number, 12 of 20. I don't actually know who Princess Bubblegum is, and I didn't even Google who it was. But is it Adventure Time? Maybe I'm going off the top of my head. I'm absolutely going off the top of my head. But Princess Bubblegum, need to understand that. But I got a 10, so it was worth it, I think. So it won't be breaking any record numbers. But like I said, the Cackaway stuff really does seem to grade well, at least in my experience. So again, another Cackaway Phantom from the Warner Brothers. Dazzling Gems Toriel, This will be staying in the PC again, as I've explained, because it is a Lord of the Rings card. And we got the 10. I forget what this was numbered out of. 11 of 75. But again, you know, like, I don't know, he's pretty clean. I don't know. Some of the stuff on some of the lower ones, I genuinely do not know how it's got such a low return. But back to Pokemon. Again, Prismatic Evolutions card. This time it's a special illustration rare of Iron Valiant. I don't think it's a very expensive card at all, but I tend to like to grade the special illustration rares anyway. But we did get the 10, so there might be a little bit of a bump on that one. But yeah, for somebody who's collecting the 10s out of that. Oh, here we go. This is, I think, the highest grade Rittenhouse card that we got back. So Game of Thrones, Sean Bean. So this was from the Legends of the Realm set, I think, 2024. Old Ned Stark there. And we got a 9, so you can get 9s, but I think you're going to be lucky to get the 10s. And I don't know if that is because they do these, they call them full bleed, and I'm not sure why that is, but we got a 10 on that. We got a 9 on that one. It's pretty cool. But so yeah, there. So yeah, old Ned Stark. But we love that. So that's in the PC. This one again is a bit of a. The next couple are a little bit puzzling, but yeah, I don't understand this one at all. So this one looked really clean to me. So this I believe is a case hit from Luminance. Names of the game, obviously Lamar Jackson, and this card looked pretty bloody good. But we got a 7, 7, and I honestly, I'm not. Let's have a, because you've got that. You tend to get a better impression of it with that hollow kind of finish. But what the F was going on here? So I mean, I'm there. This is what I tend to do. You see, I look at them under the light, and I'm looking for scratches, looking for indents, you know. And if there's anything that gives me any bother, I say no. And I cannot see why on earth that card has got literally a 7. That does not look like a 7 in a month of Sundays. Literally haven't got a clue. Have not got a clue. So that one I probably will crack that out because that's just stupid. So, another interesting one that I wanted to have a look at. So there are a couple of surface scratches looking at this now, so I should have probably wiped this one over. This is a Jaden Daniels for the Redskins, Magnator Refractor, 86 of 399. So, and it's got a 6. So, but I can see a couple of surface scratches there. So, I think there's maybe a couple of bits on the back as well. So maybe that's deserved. Yeah, there's a scratch over there as well. So I can't honestly say in good faith if that was on the card before we sent it off. But maybe next time I do a submission. what crack this one, Elliot? Is that what we're saying? So, and then here we go. So this one, we'll probably keep this one, I'd imagine. Yeah, we'll keep this one. So this is, again, a Jaden Daniels, same set, Topps Chrome. I mean, I know it's unlicensed, but hey-ho. And that's a refractor. And we got a 9 on that one. So, yeah, like you say, probably crack the Magnator, and give it a bit of a polish. And then, yeah, we'll probably keep that. Keep the 9. We've got another one as well. This is just a base. Again, it does have little surface scratches on there, so we probably shouldn't have bothered submitting these. But this one has that got an 8. But yeah, it's one of those. We're learning. So We've got this one, Victor Wembanyama. It's the NBA debut rookie from Mosaic Choice, I do believe. I think it's a choice. I think this is the choice pattern. These this like scopy kind of. I think in Prism we call it SWO. And this got a 9, so we'll take that. It's not numbered, but we'll take a 9 on a Wemby. I think this is the best remaining card out of the ones we've got left to show. This is one that I was kind of excited at. I've seen one of these sell. So this is a Randy Orton Topps Chrome WWE, and it's a frozen fractor, -2 of 0. However that can work. Yeah, I Foxbox CGC. I grade a lot of comics, and I would love to see CGC get more recognition, kind of thing. It's just, again, being based here in the UK, people recognise PSA first and foremost, and then we've obviously got a couple of domestic companies like Ace Grading, and MGC, which is probably one of the most well-known ones. So UK collectors kind of recognise those grading companies and PSA, and then Beckett, SGC, and CGC kind of like pale into insignificance. But I've always been a support. I've got a CGC account to grade comics mainly, so yeah, I do appreciate CGC. But I don't think people realise what a big company CGC are, because obviously they do the coins and all of that kind of stuff as well. So yeah. Anyway, this one did get a 10. So I think that's a decent card, to be fair. I was tempted to sell it raw when I first got it, because I was just like super lucky. I am a fan of Randy Orton, but I reckon I could probably sell this and buy like a Randy Orton autograph or something like that, and then still have change. So that might be what I do with that. Wrap it up into something else. Next up, another Wemby. This is the Don Russ. I think this was a choice card as well. Not numbered, but yeah, red refractor, whatever, or red foil. It's got an 8, so a little bit disappointing. Now these ones I did genuinely think would do better, but just goes to show you just never know. And then we've got, depends on what you think of him, we've got LeBron James. It was numbered out of 11 out of 25 retro series insert from 2023 Don Ross. We got an 8 on that as well, so I do think that the grader had quite a bad day. But again, I am learning, and I do think that they must ding like these whitening marks a lot more heavily than expected. Final card is from the again the Game of Thrones 2022. I think this is like like, I forget what it was called now. Forget the name of the set, but anyway, good old Joffrey with a Jack Gleason autograph there. And that did get us a 9 again. So we got the Sean Bean. So maybe this set, maybe the Game of Thrones set actually graded better than the House of Dragon, because both of these ones from this set got a 9. So who knows? But anyway, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Hopefully you found that interesting. That's gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would do. But I think next time what I might do is I might do like a before video and show you the cards before we send them off. We can have a good look at them. Might give me a chance to wipe them down, and then we can see the results. However, months and months later, we'll see how we get on. But yeah, like I say, hit and miss. I do think I need to be a bit more discerning with what I submit, but still, it's all every day's a school day, isn't it? So take care, guys, and I'll see you around.